Here we go. At least one more time, because you never know. I could be gone tomorrow. I know it's very sad to think about. You guys would probably mourn me, but you would remember one thing. There'd be one thing you could remember. Master Chef. I'll die with my apron on. They'll exhume me from the grave 100 years from now. Just to get this apron. Worth money, tons of money. Top 20. I made the top 20. Actually, I made the top 19. Right? Next Wednesday, see if the Geeks gets ixnayed. Ixnayed! Cut! Does he make it to the top 18? That's probably the question the whole country's asking. And so I figured I'd wear my apron. Wear it in pride. And it was hard to get here. The stress that it was involved, the average man would have collapsed. Would have just collapsed. And like most people say, Geeks, you're not really that great of a chef. I'm like, well, I got on Master Chef. So it was either all the great recipes in cooking that I do, or they just like me. I don't know. There's a reason why I get on there though, and I did it, and I get on. Tell your friends, tell your neighborhood that this Wednesday coming, Geeks will be on Master Chef again. Anyways, so cooking with Chef Geeks today, and you can call me anything you want, Master Chef, Master Geeks, Master Chef Geeks. But, don't call me. You can call me anything you want. Just don't call me late for dinner. That's what my mother used to say. I know it's old. Anyways, what I got today is just, it's an outstanding meal. It's just outstanding. And, everyone always says, not everyone, but people that I know, not everybody, but people that I know, Geeks, where do you get all these great ideas from? I just look at my fridge. And I say, what do I got in there? Or what can I make? Seriously, I don't look up recipes online. And I just thought about it. I said, you know what? I'm going to make like a salsa sauce for my red snapper right out of the Gulf of Mexico. And again, it's always, when you cook with Chef Geeks, there's only two things he thinks of. What's the nutritional value out of this stuff, right? What am I going to get out of this? What's going to go into my body and help me stay healthy? Not, putting all that poison in there, which most chefs do. It's a lot of garbage. Even though it's whole food, it's just a lot of fat and a lot of calories and, bad for the digestion system, even though it's like kind of just, butters and creams and, saturated fat, but it tastes good. All right, even if you don't eat a lot of processed foods, you can still gain weight and become unhealthy if you eat large quantities of food. Like, look at the size of this piece of red snapper, right? That's like a pound right there. Someone would wolf that down in a second, right? So I'm gonna go with I like 6 ounces of this. You know what 6 ounces is? About 170 calories for 6 ounces of red snapper. That's good. And you gotta get like 35 grams of protein. You know how Geeks is always up on the protein. You gotta have your protein. Okay? The average man working out, even if you work out 3 days a week, I want you taking at least 100 grams of protein a day. All right? If you don't work out, 60. If you don't work out, that protein's not going to help you anyways. But I got cauliflower, bell peppers, garlic, red onion. So when I look at this stuff, I've been cooking with this, Whole Foods for a long time, and I've done a lot of reading, and I remember a lot of stuff, but I forget a lot too because I'm 61. Anyways, every time I do like a bell pepper. Look at that bell pepper. Yellow, orange, and red, right? Well, the red one has the most antioxidants. But these bell peppers, it's like almost 100 and I forget, but I think it's like I don't know, 160%, like one bell pepper is like 160, 70% of your daily recommended vitamin C. And same with cauliflower. Cauliflower is loaded with vitamin C. I know you wouldn't think it, but it is. And it's got calcium in it, it's got magnesium, and it's very low in calories. All vegetables are low in calories, okay? And that's what's great about it, but high in fiber. The cauliflower is like 85% of your daily vitamin C. And again, magnesium, iron, it's got all these little things in there that, help our body function. Onion, garlic, first thing I think of is antioxidants. What's going to fight off disease the most, right? Well, vitamin C is like the leading antioxidant, okay? But you got it makes the colors in here purple, right? Purple is a phytochemical, and it's just good for you. Purple cabbage, purple onions, grapes, purple grapes and berries and stuff like that. But that's how I think. You get the lemon here, all lemon, vitamin C, plus this, plus that. It's all delicious, right? But when you start going into the processed stuff, now this is I looked at all these salsa mixes, right? I had to go buy salsa because I'm not going to make my own salsa. I could, but I just don't have time. I got things to do. And so, but this one, I found this one, right? It's called, and the reason why I bought it is because it's like not responsible for obsession. You get obsessed with this stuff. That's what they told me right here. That's what it says right here. So I wanted to see if I get obsessed with this. So I bought it. See that? Marketing. It's all about marketing. But I looked at the ingredients and look, this is the perfect example of very healthy, right? Tomatoes, jalapeno, water, cilantro, red wine vinegar, garlic, some salt, right? Some spice, lemon juice concentrate, right? So 2 tablespoons is 10 calories, right? Okay, so now let's get back. Remember we talked about the sodium potassium thing, right? Like for say cauliflower, right? The sodium's like 30, but the potassium's like 400, right? Sodium, and the same thing with like bell peppers. I mean, the sodium's like I think 5 milligrams, and the potassium's like 200. Right? It's always natural stuff. It's always the opposite. But when you start to go with the processed stuff like this, even with this, right, for 2 tablespoons, 10 calories, you got 210 milligrams of sodium in just 2 tablespoons, right? And you got a cup of cauliflower is 4 milligrams, right? So that's what I'm trying to talk about. And if you eat like this constantly with processed foods, you're always going to have that high sodium in it, high sodium. And I know I'm talking off the rough here, but I'm trying to explain to you what Geeks looks at when he eats. And the older you get, the more you should be conscious of this. It's as simple as that. I don't know what else to tell you. Disease, low calories, low sodium, low saturated fat, low sugars, even the hidden sugars, right? There's no hidden sugars in here though. But again, 2,300 milligrams is your daily allowance of sodium. And you should be having sea salt, Himalayan salt, not iodine, or not iodized table salt. It's not good for you. But so there's 16 servings in here times 10, right, calories. That's 160 calories. So you can eat this whole thing 160 calories, but you times the sodium times 10, that's 2,100. You eat this whole thing, right? That's your daily recommended dose of sodium. You can't have any more sodium today. But if you exercise, and there's so many variables, but you just gotta go easy on the processed stuff, even though it's healthy. Okay. All right. So now what are we gonna do? We're gonna sear up this salmon, right? I'm gonna make a nice sauce in here. Let's get this going now, right? Because you guys probably you already shut it off. Oh, look at this new thing I got. Look at this, a nice electric pan, right? The reason why I'm using this today is because I don't have enough room on my stove, and thank you, Betsy. Laura's mom got this for me. It's beautiful. I've never used it, but I turned it on. It gets hot really fast, so I get the kind of idea how it's gonna work. All right, I'm not going in this blind, You guys think I'm an idiot. But anyway, so I got my new Curtis Stone pan, and so let's get this going here, right? So on here we have the cauliflower, the bell pepper, the onion, and the garlic. All right. So I'm gonna start with we're gonna start. I'm not gonna throw that onion and garlic in there yet because that's gonna cook a lot faster than the other stuff. So I don't want, again, what's Gates always say? Don't burn your garlic, or don't even burn your onions either. That's like the worst. You're done. Once you burn that, you might as well just throw the shit away. Throw it away. All right, all right. Pan's not hot yet. I can use my hands. I'm gonna get this fired up over here. All right. So while this is cooking over here, all right. I'm gonna cook the fish in that pan there. All right. Because this fish, this red snapper, is going to take a little longer. You know why? Because it's so thick. Look how thick this is. That's like an inch and a quarter thick, right? So we're going to go at least 4 minutes on each side. All right, and I'm going to brown it up, sear it up, but also towards the end, I'm going to throw some panko on it. I like the little panko on the top. It gives a little crunch to it. All right, and it's just something I like. And again, make it the way you like it. If you don't like panko, don't put the freaking panko on there. Don't do it. If you like black pepper, douse it with black pepper. Every recipe is just how you do it. And that's important to remember. So yeah, you get the basis foundation, but you got to know how to cook it. You can't just whip that in there and think it's going to be done in 3 minutes. So once I get all the vegetables and I get the onion cooked up and the garlic, I'm going to dump this right into here. Bang. That's right. And while that's cooking, I have some cabbage and I have some spinach. I'm going to make a little bit of that in this pan over here, right? It's going to be like a little side dish. And I'm going to throw some cucumbers on that, right? And hit it with some nice red, some vinaigrette. And that's going to be like a little side dish. And so it's kind of like a hot cold type thing. What do you think of that? That's right. I thought of that. This is my day. This is my day. Because you know why? I'm the master chef. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. All right, this is getting hot now, right? So let's just throw this. All right, the peppers and the cauliflower. Remember, I'm gonna cook. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sear this up nice and fast, right? And then I'm gonna push that to the side, and then put the onions and garlic over here, right? And let that just kind of stay warm while it's cooked. And then I'm gonna blend it all together, and then bang goes in the salsa. I'm gonna bring it to a boil, simmer, and finish cooking the fish. Okay? And this stuff right here, this will take no time. I'm just gonna warm this up a little bit of avocado oil. Okay? And again, look for the cabbage. I'm just gonna read this out of the bag, right? Cabbage, 25 calories, a cup and a half. And that's usually all vegetables. You got a cup, 30 calories. You got a cup, 25 calories. You got a cup, 35 calories. It's really not much more than 40 calories per cup of a vegetable. So you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out. Like, how much am I eating? Well, you got a cup of vegetables. Just say it's 35 calories. Or cabbage, right? A cup and a half, 25. And again, throw the spinach in there. You got 3 cups, and this is like 60 calories. You know how I know that? Because it says it right here on the bag. I don't even have to remember that. Again, spinach. 2 cups of this is 25 calories, right? And in 2 cups, you got 470 milligrams of potassium. 10% that's 10% of your daily recommended dose. And then you got 15% of iron. Iron. Do you want me to keep going or just beep it? But you can see my point, okay? And that's the key. All right, so I'm gonna stop this fish over here, right? You guys see me? Check check this out, right? I'm gonna bring you back over here anyways. Someday I'll be able to get like I'll be able to get like a videographer when I'm really rich and stuff. All right, let's put this right here like that. All right. All right, I got this on high right now. I just wanted to get that pan going. I'm going to turn it down, go to a medium. Now, remember, I haven't used this yet. All right, but you know, I can work with anything. All right, I can work with anything. And all right, so we're going to put this up. I'm going to put this up on like a high right now, medium high, right? And I'm going to put a little bit of avocado oil in there. Keep an eye on these vegetables, right? They go quick because I cut them really small, so they go quick on you. You don't want to burn this stuff, right? You gotta pay attention. Pay attention. Oh yeah, this is gonna come out beautiful. Okay. I'm gonna turn this down, move this over here just a little bit right now. All right. Let me season my fish. All right. So what I got here, I got a little lemon pepper, right? Bang. And I got a little paprika, right? Yeah, bang. A little black pepper. Oh, beautiful. Now you gotta remember, I'm not gonna go crazy with the spices because we got a lot of spice in here. This is a mild blend, but it's got a lot of good stuff in here. So I don't wanna overpower the fish with the spice. I'm gonna let the salsa do that, okay? That's gonna be it'll be a nice mixture for your palate, right? If I douse it with all sorts of spice, you're not gonna really enjoy this salsa. And this salsa is really good. I tasted it. Remember, as a chef, you gotta taste everything, okay? A little bit of Mrs. Yash. Good. Now, this is all ready. I'm gonna put this in. Listen. You hear that? That's the sound of magic. That's magic in the kitchen. You can call me anything you want, but don't call me late for dinner. All right, it's gonna be my on my epitaph. Don't call me late for dinner. Keep that sodium low. Low calories, low sodium, high potassium. Right? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. All right, so I'm gonna just sear this really quick. Bang, bang. Okay? Now, over here, these vegetables, right? All right, look at these vegetables over here, right? These are perfect. See how they're just getting brown? Look, just nice, right? In goes. Oh, yeah. All right, check this out. You got to check this out first. It's perfect timing. It's all about the timing. You know, you notice that I smelt it, I heard it, I knew it was done. That's the sign of a good chef. Look. Look at that, huh? So we're going to do that side. I'm going to turn it down, and I'm going to let it simmer, okay? I have to. Right, because it'll cook too fast on the outside, and the inside won't cook. Remember, this is a thick piece of fish, okay? All right, so over here, all right, we're going to back over here now, right? Look at this. I'm going to put the onion and the garlic. I'm going to blast this up to high again, all right? Boy, you know something? I love this new pan. This is absolutely, it's sliding around in there. Very, very, very nice. And I can tell it when I'm putting the oil in there, and then when I flip the fish was cooked evenly. Right, so that's a nice sign. Right? You don't want to put the thing in there and it doesn't cook the edges because the pan's not working correctly. That's working perfect. I'm going to let that sit for another about 2 minutes. I'm going to take care of this right here. Remember, I got the vegetables out there. I got the garlic and onion right here, right on the flame or the coil. So much better cooking with gas. But you know something? When you're as good as me, it doesn't matter. You adapt. You adapt. You figure it out, right? You figure it out. Okay. So that's going. You know what? Let's get 3 things going and see what happens. All right, so we're going to go back here. A little bit of avocado oil here. All right, I'm going to give a little bit of avocado oil here. A little bit, tiny bit. Don't go crazy with it. Remember, don't burn the garlic or the onion, please. You gotta stay extra vigilant on that. All right, so now, let me show you how this is coming out now. Good. Okay, here we go. Look at that. See that? Starting to get golden brown, right? That's all done. Right? I'm going to get this going over here. Look at the fish. Look at the fish in there. Right? Perfect. Perfect. All right, I'm going to pull this off the stove. Mix this all together. I'm going to turn this down, right? I'm going to put that like on low. I'm going to put that on like a 2. Put that over there just for a second till this comes down. All right, let's get the cabbage going. Hold on. Okay. Now I'm gonna put the spinach in there later because the spinach is gonna cook really, really fast. Okay. I don't want it all wet and soggy in there, right? So I'm gonna cook this down right now. Now I'm not gonna put any spices in there. All right. I got a little bit of olive oil in because I'm gonna add what you call it? I'm gonna add that vinaigrette. I'm gonna let that cool down. Add the vinaigrette. It's gonna be like a nice warm salad, right? Okay. All right, let's check our fish now, right? Oh yeah. All right. So now look at the side. Look at the way I cooked this pie, right? Look at it. That's not too. It's not burnt at all. Nice and brown, right? A little golden. So now I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil on the outside of that fish. All right, you guys see me there? Hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write everything backwards so I can see myself like I used to do when I did my old shows. Because all I can see is the lens, and it drives me nuts. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of capful in there. The only reason I'm doing it by the cap, I don't want to put too much on there. All right, I don't want to make this fish soggy. The reason I'm putting that on top like that is because I'm going to put some spices on there, right? A little bit. A little bit. A little bit of this. A little bit of this. All right, so Geese, how much you putting on there? It's about a teaspoon, okay? A quarter teaspoon. You just want to lightly cover it. Remember, you don't want to go crazy with the spices, right? You want to give that nice flavor to it, but you want to be able to taste that fish, okay? So the reason why I did that, the olive oil, I'm gonna put some panko right in here right now. All right. Now remember on the other side, I kind of browned it up, so I don't want to burn the other side. That's the key to this, right? So I'm going to go probably another minute, right? Remember I said about 4 minutes on each side, so the first side I did about almost 2. Let's go another 2 minutes on this side, right? And then I'm going to flip it over and finish it. I'm going to finish cooking it that way, okay? And that's going to brown the panko too. And right now I have it on like a medium. Because if I put it up on high, it's going to blacken it. It's going to be too dark on the outside, and it won't be cooked on the inside. All right, now this, we're going to bring this up now. I'm going to use this whole jar of salsa because I'm going to use it on stuff during the week. Okay, I'm going to use the whole jar. That's why I had a whole cup of cauliflower, right? I got a whole half cup of bell peppers, and it's going to mix in. It's going to be perfect, all right? Because I don't want to think about it. If I put so much vegetable in there, right? It's going to, and with spices, it's going to kind of take away from the salsa, which we don't want. You never want to take away from the things that you add to what you're cooking on, okay? Just always try to think of that. All right, so now this is going to be ready to flip. All right, now, check this out. Here we go, look. Look how beautiful that is. Just right. See that little coating right there? Bang. Right? You can still see it's split down the middle there, right? I mean, it's cooking well. But I think we're going to let it sit there for at least another 3 or 4 minutes. And that baby should be done. Okay? Should be done. All right, now I'm cooking this down over here. This is going to be perfect. All right, look at the way it looks now, right? Check this out. Check this out, look. See all that water and stuff? I'm going to cook that down so it's not as watery. Okay? I want to get all that water out of it so it kind of thickens it up a little bit, right? So I got to kind of keep it up on medium high. Got to cook it down so it's not all watery, right? Have to bring this up just a little bit. I'm going to use another spatula for the back here. Well, I got to this just in time, right? Look, it's starting to get a little brown, right? Time for some spinach. Yeah. I'm gonna rinse off this plate right here. Everything's going perfect right now. The fish is cooking nice. This stuff's cooking up. Look at this. See, I got this almost to a simmer right there, boiled, right? I'm cooking that down. That's good over there. I'm gonna put a little cover on that. A little cover on it right there, just like this. Bang, just like that. There you go. It's gonna help steam the Remember, I have the panko on here, right? So I don't want to burn that panko, all right? So I got to be really careful with that. So I'm gonna flip this over one more time and finish it, okay? We're gonna take a look at it. Oh yeah. Check this out. There we go. Look. Look at that. Perfect. Nice coating in it, yeah. Check out this. This is going beautiful. Oh, that's perfect. Woo, baby. That's perfect right there. Look at that. See the color, how it's nice and green now? I'm going to take that out and let that sit right on that dish. All right, so we're gonna, I mean, if you look at this. Look how beautiful that is. Look. Perfect. Chef, master chef. All right? Gonna leave this right here. That's done. Look at this stuff right here. Look at this. This is the beauty. This is the thing of beauty right here. I'm gonna taste it too in about 2 seconds, but it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot. Whoa! I got stuff flying all over the kitchen. All right, this is good. I'm gonna let this sit now. That's done. Yeah. Now we're cooking with geeks. Chef Geeks. All right, so I got my raspberry vinaigrette, right? That's gonna go right on here. But we're gonna plate it first, right? So let's check out the fish. The fish you can't take off until it is done. Done. No more spice, right? These are done. Bang, bang, bang. Vegetables are done. All right, so here we go. Let's go. All right, so 6 ounces of that, say 170, right? This, like the salsa plus the vegetables, you put half a cup on there. It's only going to be, 30, 40 calories, right? Again, another 20 calories here between the cabinets, so 20, 60, it's about 250 calories right there. But when, you're going to have 60, so it's going to be mostly protein though. And it's going to be absolutely delicious. I mean, the amount of panko I put on there is not going to make any caloric difference, okay? Now, if I would have cooked this in butter, okay, and then added like a cream sauce to it, and then, here I put some sausage in there or whatever, and I increase all the calories, it's going to raise it up, but it's going to raise it up with more saturated fat, okay? You don't need that extra saturated fat, okay? You don't. Some people think you do, but you don't. All right, this is done, all right? I'm going to flip it one more time. That is absolutely perfect. Check this out. Look, a piece broke off the end there. But this is done. All right, I'm gonna take a little spoon here and try a little bit of this, right? Whoa. Wow. This is really, really good. Wow. Now I'm going to cut that fish in half, right? I'm only going to take half the fish. And we're going to plate it right now. Okay? I'm going to bring this over here. Look at this though, huh? Look at this meal. Okay, bang. Look at that. Listen to the sizzle. That's like music to your ears. Bang. Oh, this is so good. And bang. Look at this. Nice spinach with some cabbage, right? And once I put the vinaigrette on it, oh, it's gonna be to die for. And I'm gonna also add, I cut up these cucumbers. So I shredded the cucumbers, right? I'm gonna put the cucumbers right on top of that, right on top of the salad too, all right? It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna bring it over right now. Remember, right here, look, cooking with, right there, Master Chef. Geeks, Chef Geeks. Okay. Here we go. Da, na, 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 na. All right, I gotta try this before I even put it on. I know it's gonna be delicious. But look at this, one little nugget fell off, right? Whoa! Wow. That fish is right from the Gulf of Mexico. Right down the road, 2 blocks from me. What's better than that, right? All right, so I'm gonna put like about a 6-ounce piece here. All right, now guys, I want you to see, very important, okay? Check this out. Right? Look at right in there. Look at that. See the color of that? See how shiny that is? Nice and moist, right? Look at that. That is flaky, moist. It's not pink. It's perfect. All right? So I cooked this for probably a good 10 minutes, right? But the last 2 minutes were really low, okay? And it cooked right through while I was just sitting there. Now, this is the beauty part right here. You got this beautiful salsa. This is going to give it great flavor, right? This is going to give it great flavor right there. I'm telling you. You're going to love that salsa. You got to put a little bit more on there. Woo! Now, I got to get... All right. Where's my, oh, here it is, right there. Well, I was looking for this. All right, I'm gonna spin this around just a little bit. Check this out. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? All right, yeah, it's a little water on there, but gotta make it look good, right? That's what they said. Geez, you gotta make it look better. All right. Leave me alone. Okay. Take a little bit of the cucumber right on top there like that. Look at that. It's freaking beautiful. Check it out. Look at this baby, huh? Look at it. Now what I'm gonna do, look how pretty that looks. Right? Look how pretty that looks. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that vinaigrette. Right here. A little bit. Don't go crazy with this, right? Don't go crazy. Don't go back. It's crazy. You make it turn into shit. Just enough to cover this, all right? I don't want it going all over the plate. Just enough to cover that. Don't make me. One more thing. I almost forgot the lemon. A little bit of lemon on here, right? On the fish. That's for later. Okay, here we go. It's that time. You guys are probably saying it's about time. All right. So let's attack this thing, right? So I definitely want to have a couple of strands of cucumber in there, right? Right there, bang, right? A little bit of fish, a little bit of salsa, right? This is extravaganza. Low calories, you know, absolutely, this is outstanding. God, right? I like the cucumber inside that salsa. It really kind of tames the taste, right? And the fish is done perfect. All right, let me check the salad out now, right? A little bit of vinaigrette, a little bit of cabbage, a little spinach, right? Simple, simple, simple. Phenomenal taste. Really, it's absolutely outstanding. Outstanding. Restaurant, right there. $30 for that right there. Hey, thanks for tuning in. And again, Wednesday, this Wednesday coming, right? I think that's what's at the 7th. I think it's the 4th, the 10th. I think it's gonna be the 10th. That's all I have to say. Thanks for tuning in, guys. And that's good. That's really good. See ya.